So we've gone from the graph. Now we have the equation, and we're going to factor it. This is the first step, and then there's some other stuff we can do with it too later. Okay, so this is just a way to do it. So this is the X method. There's plenty of methods to do this. This is just one that I think works well. So you take your equation, you put the C number, the last number that's by itself on the top, and then the number that's with the X goes at the bottom. And then your answer is going to look like this that's highlighted. There's a more complicated way to do this. We're not going to worry about that, but I have it for you also if you want to deal with that. So this is what your stuff looks like, right? If you look at number 1, you have an equation similar to this, right? Yeah, okay. So make your X. This is the C, and this is the B. C goes on top. So positive 20 goes here, 12 goes here. So we're looking at things that multiply to this number and add up to this number. So for 20, here's your options. Positive 1 and 20, positive 2 and positive 10, positive 4, positive 5, and they have to add up to 10. So there we go. Positive 2, positive 10, positive 2, positive 10. All right, so your answer starts off like this. And then you just put these here. So positive 2 goes here, positive 10 goes here. That's how you do this first part. You have some other variations. So let me hit these other 2 examples, and we'll come back to some of the more basic ones if you want. Okay, so you have negative 64 goes on top here. You'll notice there's no, like over here, you have this negative 12 of the X, but over here, there's no X by itself, right? So notice what I said, there's no X by itself. So there's no X by itself, so you put a 0 there. So factors of negative 64. Okay, this is where you have a little bit more you have to look at. So you have 1 and negative 64. You also have negative 1 and positive 64. You have 2 and negative 32. You have negative 2 and positive 32. And then you can do 8 and negative 8. You can do negative 8 and 8. So which one of these add up to 0? Not that, none of these, none of these. It's got to be one of these. Actually, those are the same thing. So look, your answer is going to look like this. But it's going to be negative 8, positive 8. So minus 8 plus 8. All right. Scroll all the way to the bottom, please. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you have one or two that are a little bit more complicated. There's 2 of them. I mean, even if you miss them both, you can still make an idea of this, so you'll be all right. On those, you have something you can factor out. So what you'll do here, just follow these steps exactly. You can factor out this 3. So the 3 comes out, x squared. So you divide this by 3, divide this by 3, divide this by 3. Whatever that number is for y'all's, you can do that, just like this. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then 63 divided by 3 is 21. So now we can do the x thing. Negative 21, negative 4. So for 21, you have 1 and 21, 1 and negative 21. You have 3 and negative 7, and then you have negative 3 and 7. So this one will work. Positive 3, negative 7. Okay, so your answer, you start with this. 3, x plus 3, x minus 7. So those will be all the types of questions you have on your assignment.